The warnings are clear. You've got to get behind Mrs May, or there could be no Brexit at all. There could be European elections. It'll be awful. So presumably, then, the Member of Parliament for Wellingborough and Rushden, grassroots outfounder, and Conservative Peter Bone. Presumably, Peter Bone, you're coming into line and going to support the Prime Minister.
Must be joking. We are 12 days from Brexit. All we have to do is hold our nerve, and there's nothing Parliament or the Remainers in Parliament can do about it. On the 29th of March, we come out on what people call a no-deal basis, and we'll save £39 billion and we'll be out of this dreadful European Union superstate.
Well, that's true, Peter, if the legislation that's in place was to hold. But are you confident that the Prime Minister actually has the nerve to do that?
Well, what is very clear now is Parliament cannot force the Prime Minister to take what we call no Brexit off the table. There is no time for them to do it. 12 days just isn't enough time. So it's impossible for her to be forced to it. Now, you might say she might have her own accord to do that, but 2/3 of her MPs on a free vote said we mustn't extend Article 50. It mustn't go past the 29th of March. That's a very clear message to the Prime Minister. So if her deal is voted on this week, and there's some question whether it should even be allowed to be voted on, is it bringing back the same thing to Parliament the following week when it's defeated, and we're not allowed to do that under our rules. But even if it is, I hope it's defeated, and then nothing happens the 29th of March, and we come out. That's what all Brexiteers should be working towards this week.
But what I'm seeing, Peter Bone, and you know, you and I work together closely in the referendum campaign, but there are many others I work with, Peter, in that referendum campaign, and I've also worked with since, through Leave Means Leave at rallies, etc. And many of those are now saying, look, we've actually changed our minds, and we are now going to back Theresa May on Tuesday or Wednesday night this week, if it happens, as you say, because we fear the alternative is worse. I mean, I watched 25 years ago, I watched Conservative Eurosceptics over Maastricht, at the end, cave, and the treaty going through. Are we watching the ERG group and other Conservatives, are we watching them fold before our very eyes?
Well, I think there are some MPs who, you rightly say, Nigel, are scared that if they don't vote for May's proposals, they'll get no Brexit. That is false, and they are misunderstanding the situation. But some of them are doing that. But most of the people I talk to aren't doing that and realise the situation. And I remember talking to one Brexiteer MP who was who's still in the House and voted at Maastricht. And he did exactly what you said. He folded at the last minute. And he's regretted that all his life. And my message to Brexiteer MPs are that you'll be remembered for this vote. Vote for what is right. Vote for the country. Don't worry about something that might happen or might not happen. Vote for what is right, and you have to therefore vote against this agreement.
And do you think David Davis has sold out, Peter Bone?
There must be some logic in David Davis's vote, because he resigned for the government.
I know.
Voted against the withdrawal agreements. He was on the same stage as us for Go in the grassroots out rallies.
Absolutely.
And, so I haven't had a chance to talk to him. I don't understand. But he may be one of those MPs whose this fear factor has got to. But he's just wrong. It's impossible now for the Remainers in Parliament to take over the process if we come out on the 29th of March. If we extend, of course, the Remainers could do whatever they like.